Welcome, everybody. We are going to jump in, do some VR in a dirt limited late model. So for those who are interested in running short tracks with VR, there's not a whole lot of YouTubers out there who do short track racing on VR. So I figured, what the hell? I'm going to make a channel. This is my second little practice I'm doing with it. I am running an i7 processor with a GTX 1060 and 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's a new system I just built. 1060 seems to be working pretty good. Settings are set up pretty high, not super high, but not bad. So to give you an idea of what you're going to be looking at in VR, you can look all the way around the car, as you can see, which is great for dirt, because you can start looking around the track and seeing who's coming or who's beside you or anything like that. So let me get somebody up here beside me.
Outside.
There we go.
Clear outside.
So let's just hang out around these cars, kind of give you an idea what it looks like. So you can look over to him, see where he's at. Looks like he's up in the wall.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside.
I don't see him up there. The only bad thing is you tend to turn your wheel in the direction you're looking. And that's just a natural thing for anybody. Whoa. Sorry, guys.
Outside. Clear to the top. 17.973.
Alright, just trying to get control of my car again. Let me clean my view here. Pull my tear off. So as you can see, I'm at Volusia, one of my favorite tracks to run in dirt. Fairly new to dirt. I've only run it for about a season or so. I'm mostly an asphalt driver, short track driver, but I started running dirt just for something new, and I really enjoy it a lot. And I actually, since I switched to VR, started running road. I never liked road. I could never get used to braking right and judging the turns, but once I switched to VR, it's totally different. I get a good, excellent view of the track, and I'm able to judge the turns a lot better. So we're running 5th in time. I think there's
17.4.
I don't know, maybe 20 people. So we're not doing too bad, considering my my iRating is like 800 in dirt. It's not bad. I mean, when I looked at who's in the room, there's a lot of guys who had 3,000 to 5,000 iRating. So for me to be running 5th with them, not bad. But I'm still extra cautious in dirt because I'm not 100% confident in driving it. So I take it pretty easy. I don't take any unnecessary risks in a race. So my iRating is not super high in dirt, but I do enjoy it. It's fun as hell.
Car stopped ahead.
And I really enjoy it now with VR. The transition to VR has been awesome. Originally, I was kind of like, I don't know if I like this. It took a lot of getting used to. But once you get used to basically learning how to drive a car again, it's not too bad. It's you lose a little bit of the graphics quality in your actual goggles,
17.4.
but the immersion you get from it and the depth of view and being able to look around makes it worth it. The loss, I was running an ultra wide monitor, was getting, I don't know, maybe 140 frames per second on everything set to high, so it was running really well. But as you can see, I'm running right at 79, 80 frames per second in VR. The cars are set to high. The track is set to high. Particles and objects, I believe, are set to high. What I did turn down lower in the graphics was the sky, pit objects, and the grandstands and fans. So the grandstands and fans are going to be a lot less. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!
Got one outside, clear to the top.
This guy's kind of squirrely. See if we get around him without losing it.
Outside, clear outside.
There we go. Get rid of him.
18.108.
So, if you're thinking about doing the switch to VR, what held me back from it first was I was running an old computer. It was basically an office computer with an i5 processor, like an i5 4300, and like, I don't know, maybe 8 gigs of RAM. And I upgraded the RAM to 16, but still wasn't sure if the computer could handle VR. You know, running a GTX 1060 6 gig and an i5 4300 or 4600, whatever the hell it is. But I actually switched to VR before upgrading my computer, and it worked pretty well. The frame rate was kind of low, so the actual gameplay was a little choppy. But once I built my own computer, which was the first computer I ever built, I'm not a gamer at all or a computer guy. It was fairly easy. There was a little overwhelmed with the amount of wires I had because it had a bunch of fans in the tower. But once I got it all hooked up, and I mean, I didn't make a single mistake. I started right up, and now the gameplay is even better. But even with my i5 and only 16 gigs of RAM with the 1060, I was able to run this Oculus Rift S, and it wasn't horrible, but I did notice a considerable difference in how the game looked. It was a lot smoother once I upgraded, and I was able to drive a lot better once it was smoother. So I think that the lower frame rate, especially below 60, it was like 40, was causing me to maybe react a little slower. And sorry, I'm driving with one hand while I'm pulling up the sleeves of my shirt. It's a little hot in here. But yeah, I mean, if you're considering switching to VR, Oculus Rift S is what I use, and it's got its ups and downs. You know, some people say it's not the greatest with graphics. I don't disagree. I don't think it's great. I mean, I can make out everything. It's all three-dimensional and it looks great, but it's still got the screen door effect a little bit. Not terrible, but the pixels are. I'm trying to. I mean, if you look at things, you can see the pixels. So it's not super crisp quality. The other downfall to it is it's not a standalone VR. It actually requires you to be plugged into your computer at all times. It's got a cable that runs to your computer that has a USB and a HDMI hookup, so that has to be plugged in at all times. So you can't run it unhooked from your computer. But as you can tell, it's fun with dirt. You can look all the way around the track. You can look around the car. You can hit the wall. But like, see, I can look back at everybody coming, and it's great. I highly recommend switching to VR just for the immersion. I mean, you can literally see everything in 3 dimensions, and that's awesome. So alright, I still have not set up to where I can see your chat. So if you're chatting with me on YouTube, which I doubt, I only got like 12 subscribers right now, but if you stumble upon me and you subscribe, I can't see your chat right now. I apologize for that. So you're just gonna have to enjoy some practice in me rambling on and on right now until I get it all figured out. I haven't figured out how to get the chat to show up in my VR down below so I can look down and look at it. But not too bad for practice with a lot of guys who are much higher rating than me. I managed to have the 5th fastest time out here today, and I think I'm going to call this practice over with, and I'll show you my settings and whatnot, and we'll maybe find something else to play. So let me get out of here. Speeding in the pits. All right. So this is the view. Now this is when I don't like VR, because the iRacing camera views are sweeping around back and forth, and when you're looking in a VR and standing, your head is sitting still and the camera is moving, it kind of gives you a little vertigo. But let me show you my let's see how many people are in here. So I wasn't too far off the top speed, but like I said, a lot of these guys when I was loading in are like 3,000 to 5,000 iRating, and I'm like 800, so it's not too bad. So let's look at my graphics options here. Let me show you what I got. Oops. So I got low detail and sky and clouds. Cars are high detail, pit objects low, event low, grandstands low, crowds are off. But particles, which is all the crap on the track, are high. Objects are low. And I've capped it at 90 frames per second, mainly because it doesn't do any more than that. It stays at 79, 80. So, and if these, I don't even know if these are the best settings. These are settings I found on another YouTube video, and they seem to be working pretty good. But in the replay, I've got them, excuse me, turned up a little bit more. So let's see, let me show you some of the replay stuff here. With the replay, you can look around, but as the camera's panning around, it makes you a little dizzy sometimes. So you got to be careful of that. But all right, let's see if we can find something else to run. All right, so when you're in here, I don't even see this right now. No, you can't. So let me shut it off.